welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Houston Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Noles will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Houston's offense has the ball first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit.
Taking a shot on the first play. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Once he got some room, it was over.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense will get the ball for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, we'll be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Florida State. Hey. Catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right?
He lost one down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Caught over the middle. It's Scott. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but it caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Touchdown, Houston! No! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you use...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Noles have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Bringing it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. 1st and 10 for the offense. Power football with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll set up to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Might be looking to run. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Can't get him to the ground. There he goes. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. To the air on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half.
Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, no! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Oh, better look out. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. 6th play of the drive coming up. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The give on the inside. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. They'll run it to the right. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability.
Touchdown, Houston! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The throw to the outside is complete. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Now on second down. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks away on the left. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wants to keep it in the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man. Going for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't load the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll go to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The Cougars backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Turning it on! And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just when you think this offense had its back against the wall, suddenly they're across midfield with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Glagway. Unloads to the right. It's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Houston going up tempo. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Back's looking for the goal line. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. On the move. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. And the Seminoles are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Bring in the heat. They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir, we're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass, it's Glagway. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.